everyone, welcome to the Daily Fantasy Soccer Picks and Bets Show. My name is Ethan Kershaw, Daily Fantasy Soccer Analyst. Today, we're going to be chatting about a 2-game slate on DraftKings, talking about Europa League soccer. Now, I know it's a little bit different than Champions League. In case you haven't heard of Europa League, it's a tournament that runs the same time as the Champions League. It's just slightly under, but it's fantastic fun to watch, fantastic fun to bet on. We're going to be talking about some awesome bets and some awesome picks that you can get into your fantasy lineups today. The first game that we're going to be looking at is going to be Manchester United versus AS Roma. And then in the second game, we've got Villarreal versus Arsenal. But before we jump into the video, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the Mayo Media Network channel, where Pat and others will be pumping out awesome content for you over there. Also, make sure to subscribe to Daily Fantasy Sports Picks and Bets, The Mix, podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from, and then leave a 5-star review. It'll really help the channel out. Also, you can head on over to Twitter, follow me at EthanKershaw9, where I'll be providing you various daily fantasy soccer updates and helping you all out with your lineups. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into the slate today. We're going to be talking about some players that are a little higher priced, but worth it at their value, and then also some players that are a little bit lower priced as well to help you fit those higher priced guys into your lineups. The first guy we're going to be talking about today is going to be Gerard Moreno at 9.4K at the forward position for Villarreal. Something I love about Gerard Moreno is that he's consistently taking penalties for Villarreal. Speaking of consistency, he's been very good at scoring this tournament. 6 goals and 1 assist in his last 5 Europa League games. And in those games, he's had multiple shots, with 2 of those shots on goal almost every game. Something I love about him with his consistency is that he's tied for second in goals scored this tournament. Villarreal will be playing him up top at their true striker position, where Arsenal have tended to let some of the bigger striker players get through and score goals this tournament. I expect Gerard Moreno to be able to go through and do that. We saw weaknesses from Arsenal in their last 2-leg games versus Slavia Praha. I think Villarreal actually has a great chance to even win this game, and I think Gerard Moreno will be at the top of doing that, getting goals, possibly even an assist. He's got a great floor and a fantastic ceiling in this matchup. Another option in the same game that I also love is going to be Nicolas Pepe at 8.8K. Pepe is likely going to be lined up at a right mid or right wing position for Arsenal, which have been extremely beneficial all season long for Arsenal. Also, Nicolas Pepe, he's involved with the penalties, the free kicks, and the corners for the team, especially when Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is out of the lineup, which I expect to happen this game, but Aubameyang could play. Either way, I still love Pepe. He's tied for 3rd in the Europa League in goals scored, tied for 2nd in assists, and he's 4th in shots attempted. Between all those shots that he's getting and all the goals and assists, got a fantastic floor and a great opportunity to score a goal in this one against Villarreal. I love him at his price at 8.8K, and as an added bonus, he's had 6 crosses over the last 2 games, adding some more points into your fantasy lineups. If you're not wanting to pay all the way up for these forwards, you can look a little bit farther down and find somebody like Samuel Chukwueze at 6.5K. Probably never heard of Chukwueze, but it's okay. I'll fill you in on what he's all about today. Chukwueze's lately been starting for Villarreal at the left mid or left wing position and has been getting forward and been very consistent for the team. In the team's last 3 domestic games in La Liga, he's had a total of 3 goals over those games. A total of 16 points was also a very good sample that he gave us in the last game against Dinamo Zagreb, and he's also had a total of 2 assists in the last 3 Europa League games. Just because of his ability to get forward, his pace on the ball, and that I really think that Villarreal's got a great chance to win. He's got a fantastic chance to assist a goal to Gerard Moreno, or even score in this game, which he's been doing a lot of lately. The one knock I would say on him is that he sometimes tends to not play the full 90 minutes, which isn't great, but at 6.5K, he's really a good value play for the time that he will be playing for. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the midfield options I think are some of the best plays on the slate this week. And starting at the very top, we're going to talk about the man Bruno Fernandes, who's been a beast this tournament. A little bit disappointing last game, but you know he's going to be involved with whatever the team is doing, with corners, free kicks, penalties, and he's very consistent with penalties. Scores almost all the penalties that he takes. He's also had 3 or more shots over the last 3 games, while picking up a total of 11 crosses in those games. Also, 7 fouls drawn over the last 3 games just adds more to the floor that he has. There's also been a trend with Bruno Fernandes that I've been picking up on, and I think I got it now. So Bruno Fernandes looks a whole lot better in the first of 2 games against a team throughout the Europa League tournament. Let's take, for example, Real Sociedad. In the first game he played against them, 37 DK points. In the second game, only 9. How about Granada? In the last leg fixtures, he scored 29 points in the first leg and only 8 in the second one. Because this is the first of 2 games against a team like AS Roma, even though Roma has been very good defensively this tournament, I think Bruno Fernandes, this is his time to shine. I think he's going to get forward, get a goal. Also, he got a great chance to get an assist in this one. Great floor, but I think he's got fantastic upside in this one. I love Bruno Fernandes at 10.2k, even though he's the most expensive guy on this slate. I'm looking a little bit cheaper now. We're going to go to another midfielder, Bukayo Saka for Arsenal, who's going to be playing on the side opposite of Nicolas Pepe, likely the left mid or left wing position. And something I love about Saka is that he has been lately playing at a left mid position. If he plays as a left back position, when lineups come out, be careful to watch for that. If he plays at left back, I don't love him as much because he's a little expensive to be playing at left back. But his price is great if he's playing at midfield. He uses his pace to get forward a lot and plays really well off of Bruno Fernandes with the crossing passes in between. Also, he scored in the last Europa League game for the team, and he's had multiple fouls drawn in the last 3 Europa League games while amassing a total of 9 crosses. Because of his involvement down the side and his ability to get the ball into the box, which I think is something that Arsenal's really going to need to do in this game, I really like him at 8.2k. Looking a little farther down the slate, we've got Lorenzo Pellegrini, my only AS Roma player that I'm going to be suggesting today, just because I think Manchester United is really on a... As far as the tournaments go, the tournament teams in this one, I think Manchester United is above the rest. They've been fantastic defensively all year, so it's really tough for me to recommend a lot of guys on the team. But Pellegrini at 7.7k, relatively cheap for a midfield player of his kind. He's going to be involved with the free kicks and the corners for team, so getting a lot of points from those. And then he's also been playing at an attacking midfield position lately. Very similar to what you see with Chelsea, how they have an attacking 3 up top. He's going to be playing in that Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic up top attacking midfield position. As Chelsea's gotten a lot of production out of those players this season, Roma has as well. Pellegrini is no exception to that rule. And he's had 12 or more points in the last 3 games that he started. And in those games, he's averaged a total of 5 crosses and totaled 4 shots on goal. He's going to be kind of involved with everything, and he's got a great chance to maybe even nick a goal in this one. I think if somebody's going to get a goal in this one, it's going to be Pellegrini, or he might even be involved with an assist as well. I'm looking a little farther down the slate. If you don't want to pay up for any of those guys, we've got Dani Parejo at 5.9k. Parejo is a relatively cheaply priced midfield play, and he's going to be taking the corners and the free kicks for Villarreal in this game. Just because of that consistency with his crossing, it adds a lot of value to his floor and adds a lot of upside to his ceiling, especially because Villarreal are really going to be hungry on this one, wanting to get a goal right off the bat. He's had a total of 15 crosses over the last 4 games, while also assisting 10 total shots and 6 interceptions in those last 4 games. He's everywhere around the field, and he's only 5.9k. Get him into your lineups, play him, and pay up elsewhere. Speaking of paying up, talking about the defenders, the highest priced defender that I really love this week is another Villarreal player. I talk a lot about Villarreal, but I really think they've got a great chance to win this game against Arsenal. Alfonso Pedraza at 5.2k. Now, Pedraza is averaging an insane almost 7 crosses over the last 4 games. He's playing at a left back position, but it's really more of a left wing back position with how much he's been getting forward. And he's also assisted at least 1 shot in those last 4 games and won at least 1 tackle. Kind of similar to Parejo, he's I guess playing at left back position. He's still going to be involved with everything the team is doing. Getting forward is something that he does best. It's what Villarreal is going to need in this game to have a lot of efficiency. 5.2K. I love him up top, but if you're really looking to punt the position defender-wise this week, I totally get it. I think a guy you can pay down to this week is Pau Torres for Villarreal at 2.6K. Not a ton of upside for Pau Torres, which is why he's so cheaply priced, but I found a couple things that really add to his value. He's played a total of 90 minutes in all but one Europa League game, and he also had a goal this tournament with 2 shots in the last 3 games. Another good thing about him is that he'll be getting forward into the box, so Danny Parejo maybe crosses a ball into him in the box, gets a shot on target, maybe even a goal, who knows. But at 2.6K, I think he's a great chance to get a shot on goal at least, add a little bit of value to your team for a very cheap price. And then looking at the goalkeeper position, the last position that we'll be chatting about today, it's going to be David De Gea at 5.6K, or Dean Henderson, really whichever Manchester United goalkeeper starts this game. Between the two of them, they've only allowed 1 goal all tournament long, and in the 3 or 4 games that both of them have played, they've had 3 or 4 saves in those Europa League games. The consistency with the shutouts, the clean sheets, and the ability to get at least 3 or 4 saves really adds to a fantastic floor that they have. An even better ceiling. I really don't think Roma can get a ton of goals in this game, maybe 1 at the most. So I think you're looking at a very safe floor with Dean Henderson or David De Gea, whichever one starts for Man United. That being said, those are really the best options that we're going to be talking about today for your daily fantasy soccer positions. Now let's go ahead and talk about the bets, or bet, I should say. Really, these games look to be high-paced. Arsenal and Villarreal game looks to be like a possible shootout game, really. I definitely see both teams scoring in that game, so I'm kind of staying away from that one. Between AS Roma and Manchester United, they both have been fantastic defensively, so I expect this game to be a little more defensive. But I definitely think that Manchester United can get 1, maybe even 2 goals in this game. Like I had mentioned before, I'm kind of thinking that Roma gets 1 or doesn't score at all in this game. So Man United to win by 1 goal is plus 265. I think that's a fantastic bet to take. Plus 265 is a great value for that bet. I think Manchester United gets the job done, wins this game. Those are all the bets and the picks that we'll be talking about today. Quick reminder to, if you haven't already, leave a like on this video and then also subscribe to Mayo Media Network. And then don't forget to leave a 5-star review on the audio podcast. And then head on over to Twitter and follow me at Ethan Kershaw 9. I will help you out with your daily fantasy soccer lineups, help you with your builds, anything you need. I'm here for you. But good luck this week with the Europa League slate. Hope you all win some money, and I will talk to you later. See ya.